All right, so we're back to this little 60-yard shot. It's a different pin position, so the ball's gonna react differently. So that's cool. I'm learning this shot, so that'll be fun to see how the ball's gonna react differently off the slope. And plus, just because of the shade, I'm on a little bit of a sloping lie here. Now, before I start hitting the 60 degree, what I wanna do is just have some fun and try to hit the shot that I created for myself for when I was working at Wilshire. I was playing 350 rounds a year at Wilshire. I was posting 350 rounds. I was probably playing more than that. And the majority of them were at Wilshire, unless it was a tournament or playing at another club around LA. And there's this one par four, little par four, where it took me a while to figure out how to play the hole. I kept teeing off with the wrong club. Like I'd hit a perfect tee shot and I wasn't making birdies, and I would make bogeys. And it's like, what am I doing wrong here? And it has to do with course management and strategy. So there were times when I was still in the learning process of how to play the hole where I would leave myself in this very precarious spot where I'd have about 60 yards, but I'd have to go up over a tree, but also I'd have to kind of slice it. And it wasn't enough room to go up over the top with a 60 degree and get it to sit. You kind of had to go around the tree because you're too close to it. See, the tree would be positioned so that it's directly between me and that pin. So I gotta work around it. Basically, my ball has to stay on the fairway side of the grass, and if it gets into the rough, it would have hit that tree. And so what I started doing was I just started screwing around with 9-irons and 8-irons, where I'd open the face of a 9-iron and I cut across it. So just for fun, I wanna hit a couple here that are kind of like what that shot was. So you can see here, I got a 9-iron, the face is wide open. And I'm gonna be cutting across the ball. I'm gonna be intentionally making a very steep swing path. That steep swing path is gonna come partially from my setup position, but also partially from the manipulations I'm gonna make during the swing. You know, this is one of the things that I don't think that the average golfer should be trying to make a whole lot of manipulations during their swing. But if you're trying to make birdies and eagles on every hole, you're gonna start to try to make some manipulations to get the ball in the hole. So this is a very advanced shot. It's gonna be hard to hit. I doubt I'll hit many of them well. I just wanna hit one or two that were like what I used to do at Wilshire. And first I have to see the shot. Once I see the shot, I can kind of get a sense for what kind of shape, swing path I have to make and where the ball position has to be and where the face angle has to be, but then I'm still gonna be doing a whole lot of learning. All right, so let's see what I can do here. So I'm really far open. Now it's not slicing much, but it's got some left to right spin on it. So now you can see this divot. Divot's going up towards the driving range. All right, so now I'm gonna open the face even more and let the club slip under the ball. Try to get the club to slip under the ball even more. See, open position is a way to play a golf shot. It's just a way to play a very weak golf shot that's most likely going to have, for a right-handed golfer, left to right spin on it. So when you want to do that, you know, you can open your body up. But these shots are also, they're not meant to go far. They're meant to be delicate. They're meant to be soft, and they're highly skilled shots. When you set your body closed, you're creating a very strong swing path that creates very forward ball flight and low spin and simplicity, which is really a great way to play the game. I always hated when I had to try to hit these ridiculous shots because clearly my course management was really poor. That's what happens. Now that would have hit the tree, so that's not what we need. There's something like it. Okay. It's funny, as soon as I made contact with it, it reminded me immediately of the 4th hole at Wilshire. And you know, that's something that golfers do, is you use a shot that you've hit in your life as a point of reference to be able to hit that shot again. So I've heard Fred Couples say that anytime he hits a fade, he's thinking about the tee shot on 18 at Riviera, which I've played Riv a lot. It's a very specific type of fade that you have to hit. You have to hit a very proper fade, a low spin, very powerful, and there's not a whole lot of room to miss. But if you hit the good shot, it goes really far on that hole. It's almost like there's a runway. There's a couple runways out at Riv where if you hit the right shot, the ball really goes. And so Freddie references hitting fades, he says, by thinking of 18 at Riv. If I need to hit this shot in my life, I'm definitely reminded of 4 at Wilshire. Okay, there's something in there. It's too far, but there's something in there. So what I'm essentially doing, just like I do with the other 60-yard shot, I'm just trying to vibe on it. I'm just trying to like, okay, let me open the face more. Let me let the club slip under more. Heavyweight left. Okay, so that fanned out to the right. That would have hit the tree and been in the water. Now, of course, I didn't have to try to play that shot. That was a very difficult shot to play. But I was a young golfer. I'm in my 20s. I was pretty immature when it came down to it as far as my strategy and course management goes. I could have just hit a wedge, or even here with the 9-iron, I could have just played something that was a much simpler shot, safer, out to the left, and then rely upon my putter to just 2-putt. But instead, no, not me. I wanted to hit something fancy because I was always trying to make birdie by hitting it close. And I thought it was fun, you know? I don't think it's a bad thing that I was trying this silly stuff. Okay, that's kind of like it. And I'm kind of getting the memory of what it is that I had to do. So I kind of got to do that, but softer, more slippy. See how that swing was bigger, but it went shorter. Oh, there she is. There she is. That's what it was. There she is. Welcome home. There it is. Yeah. It's a little bit further than the other one, but it's a ridiculous shot. But it's fun. Yeah. It was a big thing for me where I was just trying to get the ball to do the work on the ground. Because I'm not going to be able to slice a ball much from 60 yards, but if I can get it to have some side spin on it. Yep. So it's moving like a yard in the air, and then look at that one. There she is. So you can see there, 20 balls. Took me 15 to get it going. So it shows you the difficulty level, but it also shows you that if you don't get discouraged and you just stick with it, you can start to figure shots out. All right, let's do it with the 60 now. Thanks for watching, and stay connected for more tips and updates by following me on social media. And if you're really serious about improving your game, check out my online golf school, JimVenetosGolfAcademy.com. Right now, golfers are cutting their handicaps in half with the system that I teach. Links in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time on the practice tee.